What exactly did the electronic telegram say again, Dr. Weasel?
Electronic telegram? Oh, Advic, are you the kind of Nimrod who puts superfluous qualifiers in front of words? Digital computer, space adventure, electronic toaster, reasonable fanboy.
Look, I am simply unfamiliar with this kind of communication. In Alka-Seltzer, we walked to find people we needed to talk to. 1970s entity certainly doesn't have this kind of technology.
All right, we're lucky if the HQ telephone keeps working on alternate Tuesdays.
Flagrant insults aside, Doctor, what was in the telegram?
I'm from an old professional space racer friend of mine from the planet Glancorus.
Space racer? Now who's using a superfluous qualifier?
Naff off, Goose. That's their official title. Formula Galactic Space Racers. Seems they're in this spatial sector for a winner-takes-all prize race around the Jovian system.
Please don't tell me the prize is something terribly esoteric like learning the meaning of life, gaining eternal wisdom, or having total enlightenment bestowed upon you.
Who'd want allegorical rubbish like that? You can get the nearest street philosopher to crank out aphorisms for half a sandwich and a can of Vimto. Space racers compete for hard, cold cash.
Why would that appeal to you, Dr. Weasel? What would you do with a cash prize?
What would I do with it? Spend it on wine, women.
Song?
Don't be stupid, Avik. I'd spend it on more women. You know, if you budget prudently, you'll find a stack of cash goes a lot further in the hostess industry than you'd expect.
I despair of you sometimes, Doctor. However, none of that explains why your friend contacted you on Earth. Do they need us to come and cheer them along or something? Huzzah!
Oh no, Avik. Much better than that. They need us to race.
It's Christmas special time again for Dr. Weasel and that big goose. Only this time they're not risking a vacation to a misforgotten quadrant of the universe. Instead it chocks away for a thrilling race around Jupiter and home before mince pies and eggnog are cold. In Dr. Weasel and the Betrayal at Ganymede Gyratory.
I'm sorry, but why exactly does this professional space racer need you as a replacement driver? Surely their team would have much better qualified beings on call.
Look, they only said they're in desperate need of a win and they're willing to split the prize 50-50 if I help. They'll provide a ship, and I do all the rest thanks to my elite piloting skills.
Doctor, I've seen you fly a simple ship like the Weasleys, and it still gives me frequent collywobbles. What makes you think you'll be able to fly some kind of high-octane, precision-engineered performance vessel?
One, Goose. The Weasleys is one of the most single advanced vessels in the entire universe. And two, in my youth on Galloway, I was well known as the champion of soapbox Weasleys racing throughout the streets of the capital.
Soapbox Weasleys?
Well, okay, soapbox skimmer cars, but the principles are much the same in a race around any planetary system. Slingshot around some planetary gravity wells, avoid understeering closer planetesimals, and complete the course in the shortest possible time.
With the slight difference being, rather than crashing into a load of straw bales and some light bruising, you'll risk slamming into planets at unimaginable speeds.
Cheer up, old chap. Where's the thrill in life unless you take the odd miscalculated risk, eh?
Where are we? It looks like a gigantic underground hangar, carved directly out of a mountain's interior.
Half right, Goose, as always. The Weasley sensor said we're deep inside the asteroid Vesta, which is serving as the hangar for all these lovely, shiny, racy, spacey ships.
Really? Are all those fins and bulbous engines really necessary? Someone's overcompensating for something.
Shows how much you know about the nuances of space racer design engineering, doesn't it? Anyway, here we are, Avik. Can I introduce you to my old friend, Premier Space Racer, Queasel Bottleflaps?
Dr. Weasel, my good friend. I'm delighted you could come. And Mr. Advic, a pleasure to meet you two. I am sorry to drag you away from your eternal quest for galactic justice. But you see, my third leg's been playing up, and without it I could never pilot the Penumbra Shadow. Not at top competitive levels, certainly.
Eternal quest for galactic justice?
Shh, Goose. But Queasel, what about your co-pilot? I recall he's one of your prime alpha husbands.
You mean Jezatran? That's another part of my dilemma, Doctor. Dear Jezza ate something that disagreed with him from the Frangorian takeout and, well, he's not left the habitat waste evacuation pod all morning.
Oh, sausage. Low-gravity gastric distress is rarely many laughs. For the sufferer, anyway. But don't worry, Queasel, it'll be an absolute pleasure to race in your stead.
Fantastic, Doctor. I couldn't begin to explain how important it is that the Shadow places in this race. Things haven't been too clever on the FGSR circuit this cycle. My sponsors are likely to withdraw their support if I don't place in the top 5 vessels. A win, though. Now that would make all my problems go away.
Aside from the low-gravity toilet area, I imagine.
Ha! Lucky for you, Queasel, my middle name is Winner. It'll be a snap.
Just keep a scanner locked on Maximilian Drag. He and I used to be arch rivals back before I had a few setbacks. He's still flying high and swift and likely will try anything within the rules or not to keep it that way.
Won't the race officials spot if Drag cheats?
It's a big course, Advic, and we're racing close to a whopping gas giant with a powerful magnetosphere. Tight inside that planetary body, long-range scanners will blank out.
Wizard! A race to win and an arch rival to crush. I could be more excited if you told me there was complimentary eggnog on tap at the ship.
Hang on, Doctor. It says in the official race rules that you need an astronavigator as well as a pilot. Bartle Flaps, with your leg injury, can you still navigate?
I'm sorry, Advic. I couldn't endure the Shadow's high G-turns. Not well enough to keep a clear enough head to assist the Doctor.
Hang on. Does that
Yes,
mean...
Advic, it'll be your flight as my navigator. Ha ha! Which means you'll get a share in the glory when we win.
And the prize money?
We'll discuss that later. Alright, Queasel, I'll give the old girl the once-over, get the pilot seat in the right position, check the mirrors and whatnot, and then, what say we discuss the course over a nice big dinner?
A Frangorian, I'd hope.
This is the 5-segment warning. Start your main drives and prepare to race.
Oh, Roblox. Queasel, old thing, you might have given me more time to get ready.
But Doctor, you once told me winging it was your preferred mode of operation.
Yeah, I guess so, but it might have been nice to have 30 segments in hand.
You're the one who insists on staying for coffee after dinner, Doctor. And anyway, can't we use the Weasdis to give ourselves more time?
Don't be stupid, Goose. Risk crossing our own temporal lines again. I've grown rather attached to the current space-time continuum, you know?
Not much room in this cockpit. From the outside, I got the impression the Shadow was a huge vessel.
There's a thing with these premium space racers, Avik. 95% of her bulk comprises subatomic recombinators, drive systems, and top-notch inertial dampeners.
And airbags? Or whatever the spacey, racy equivalent is?
Space bags? No, Advic. In this era of space racing, everything's a bit, spit and sawdust. A couple of hundred cycles from now, there'll be safety systems up the wazoo. But in this present, well, let's hope I'm as good a pilot as I claim to be.
Typical Time Weasel bravado. We are going to die.
That's the spirit, Goose. Okay, bring main driver system online. Systems check. Chair. I'll have to do. Stop yourself in, Goose. This is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime thrill ride around Ganymede. I tell you, if NASA spot us, they are going to flip out.
Quite, I'm sure. Doctor, you said something about Bartle Flap's prime husbands. What's that all about?
Oh, you see, Glencorians have about 17 genders, as I recall. So their names for the various roles in a family don't quite translate as clearly if you're not familiar with multi-gendered species.
17 genders? How does procreation work?
As I hear, it's quite a social occasion, but requires very careful scheduling. The Glencorans are the only species I've come across who invented pocket organisers before the wheel.
And all the contestants are lined up and raring to go. On pole today is perennial favourite Maximilian Drag, closely followed by last season's champion Horizon 9 Vargan. Then it's rotating Spleedenfoot, Cartmanger Bartanger, Shirley Tramplefoot, Formica Fenzo, and Blarg Peter Stain, followed by the rest of the pack. And bringing up the rear is Dr. Weasel, a late replacement for the injured Queasel Bartleflaps team.
Great. We're starting from last place. Everything to play for, then.
You are such a buzzkill at times, Goose. The way I see it, we win the race from this position and we'll be legends.
Racers, stand by. We are good to go in 10 splickins.
10 splickens? How long is... Oh! Forget I asked. How fast are we going?
According to this dial, a sizable proportion of the speed of light. Best you don't distract me or we'll be... Oh, Zarquad, tiny hat. That was far too close.
What was too close?
Voyager 2, I think. Shut up and let me know if we're on course for Jupiter. Need to make sure we pass through its magnetosphere at the weakest point or else... Don't be making any concrete weekend plans.
Everything seems okay. The ship's on course, as much as I can tell, having never done this sort of thing before.
That's what you assume, Dr. Weasel. But as sure as my name is Maximilian Drog, this race is far from over.
I'd say you had a silly name, Mr. Drag, but at least I pronounced your name right. Anyway, why are you calling us in the middle of the race?
Maybe because according to these navigational sensors, Doctor, the Shadow's rapidly gaining on the leading pack. And if I can toot my own horn for once...
There's no sound in space, Avik, hence no horns either.
Figuratively, Doctor. I mean, thanks to my genius astrogation, we're in with a racing chance.
And it's nothing to do with this essentially being a race through the void where between planets the fastest ship in a straight line wins the day, eh?
Yeah, I don't think you noticed.
Never mind that, Dr. Weasel. I'm going to make sure that Bartleflaps suffers total humiliation, no matter who he has flying his ship.
Cheerful fellow. Whatever the heck has he done?
Doctor, the sensors indicate Max's ship has released thousands of tiny metallic spheres. They're drifting right across the race course, and there's no way to... Oh my! Oh, the main racing pack behind Max have flown directly into them.
The cad! He released them at one of the Jovian system's Lagrange points. No way a racial official will have seen that.
And in what can only be described as a hyperbolic Castro disaster, just before the halfway point, Spleenfoot and Bartang are out of the race and careening madly out of control.
You know, this fellow could get very irritating very quickly.
And it's all over for Tramplefoot and Fenzo 2 with catastrophic reactor problems each. Although they might be able to pit it at Io. Most of the other racers are diverting from the racing line, meaning it's only Drag and Peter Stain still in contention, with a plucky Weasel a distant third.
Magnetic space mines. Tiny, deadly, sticky, and a major hazard to shipping.
The Navicom says the only safe course is divert half an AU around the affected region. Plotting a diversion.
Belay that course, Mr. Goose. We're taking the straight route to victory. Hold on to your wings, because it's about to get a tad heroic in here.
Oh, you stark raving insane! Scratch that, I know you are, but since when did you become suicidal? With this velocity, I'm not sure if the ship's integrity will fail before or after we slam into a space mine.
Oh, ye of little faith, Avik. When have I ever hurtled headlong into danger without a coherent plan?
95 times. I've been keeping count.
I'm genuinely hurt, Avik. Anyway, I've reversed the polarity of our hull plating, and that should avoid most of the problems. But now we're really in the race.
And it's incredible! Weasel's vessel has cut the race leader's advantage down to just a fraction, but it's still Drag, then Peter Stain, in contention for the crown, as every being head into the Ganymede Gyratory.
Which means we loop around Ganymede, then race straight back to the Vesta finish. Other than avoiding any more of Max's dirty tricks, it should be plain flying.
Aside from the fact that the Gyratory means that whoever can hug Ganymede the tightest will come out with a serious gravity boost advantage over the rest of the pack.
The Gyratory, it's inherently dangerous, isn't it? Or have I misread Bartleflap's navigational systems?
No, you're right. A fraction too low or too slow and we risk smashing into the planet. Too fast or too steep an angle and we ricochet off into space in utterly the wrong direction.
Wacko! Everything to play for then. Doctor, I know Bartleflaps is your friend, but I don't think this course they've plotted makes sense, if I'm reading the console right.
Give over, Goose. Bartleflaps is the greatest space racer I know. His numbers are always solid.
Doctor, your miracle astrogation and astromathematics are my speciality. I swear we're the Star of Excellence.
I always assumed it was a foil-covered chocolate decoration, in case you got peckish.
No. I'm altering course. Oh. The ship says it can't be altered. I don't understand.
It shouldn't be locked. Not unless Bartle Flaps intentionally wanted to sabotage their own... grublocks.
What is it, Dr. Weasel?
And remember Bartle Flaps saying something about sponsor trouble? And it strikes me they might be more broke right now than they let on. But maybe if they bet against us winning...
Bartle Flaps would win a packet, provided we look like we were really trying to win.
If you're hearing this, then sorry, Dr. Weasel, but I had to make sure that the Shadow didn't win the race. As you've probably realized, in about 300 splickens you're going to make an astrogation miscalculation over Ganymede and be smashed into 1,000 pieces. If it's any consolation, Jezatran didn't really want to be part of this, which is why I had to mildly poison him. No hard feelings, eh? And maybe see you in your next life.
Which is perfect for those who get to rejuvenate when they die.
It's called rejuverization, actually. But never say die, Goose. Here, slip this crystal into the Navicom's Mayport and then tap that big green button on the interface.
You've tripled our velocity relative to Ganymede, but not changed course.
Meaning we'll skim the surface at around 50 meters and pop out the other side like a turbocharged Diwali rocket.
And I simply cannot believe it. Weasel has achieved the incalculable of Ganymede and passed 2 remaining races at unbelievable speed. This, viewers, is turning into a space race for the history books.
What are you playing at, Dr. Weasel? You were supposed to crash at Ganymede, not pass me. Bartle Flaps and I had a deal. A deal, I say.
At least it's nice to know everyone was in on screwing us over. Doctor, we're going to be back at Vesta in no time, but the retro system's offline.
You mean we can't stop? Yeah, worried that last trick might have been one too many for the ship to take. And she's still accelerating.
So, this is how we die? Funny, always thought it would be more pointless.
Everyone's a flipping critic. And have you forgotten ghosts? This time Weasel always had a winning trick up his sleeves. Okay, we've wrecked the ship beyond repair, and now I see that the rapid deceleration knocked you out as well, but we're first across the line.
Weasel has done it. He's gone and done it. Incredible. I've never seen the like. I may need to be tranquilized. Because Weasel crossed the finish line, even his vessel disintegrated around him. Is that legal? Yes, it is! Someone call my nurse, because I need my special pills.
Every single part of me hurts, Doctor.
Yes, but we won. Hurrah for me! And in the end, isn't winning worth a little pain, Vic?
Frankly, no. I assume Bartle Flaps and Draw will be going to space jail, or whatever it's called, after you've reported them to the Racing Commission.
Funny thing that, Vic. The race was a smash sensation for the FGSR. Ratings off the charts and sponsors clamouring to be involved with both teams.
So, they betrayed, cheated, and even tried to kill us? And the net result is everyone gets a big fat payout? What sort of lessons are we supposed to take away from this?
Lessons, Advic? Adventure stories should never be about teaching overly reductionist social lessons or morals. They're about the journey, the emotional highs, and the sheer joy of victory. Any other approach? Why, that would be insane!
Since you're talking about something more than just this race, Doctor... Doctor, look! At the back of the hangar. Isn't that one of the time weasels? Then everyone's ignoring them.
What? Where? Oh. Oh, you mean the completely white figure floating slightly above the deck plates?
That's the fellow. Whatever are the time weasels doing here? It's not that we've broken any laws of time. Or at least I haven't.
They're not really here. It's only a mental projection. Probably to let them watch the race. Ha 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 ha. Even my people need stimulation now and again.
Right, and I can see this mental what's-it because...
Because of your mental link with me and the Weasdes. Huh. Come on, ignore them and maybe they'll go away. In their own time. Yeah. Nothing to worry about, Avik. Nothing to worry about at all.
How can Dr. Waheel and Abic follow up in a race around the cosmos? Why, by returning to the 1970s, Earth and their ever-reliable employees, Entity! But at long last, it looks like they'll have to deal with a problem that's been festering for years in Dr. Weasel and the Verdant Horizon, Part 1, coming in early 2020.
Dr. Weasel is a Weasel Teleaudio Enterprises Christmas production, featuring Randolph Weasling as Dr. Weasel, Carrington Goose as Avic Goose, Joe Scott Darrell as Queasel Bartle Flaps, Mike Torkelson as the race announcer, and Mikey Nicholsmith as Maximilian Drog. Find out more at drweasel.wordpress.com.